It is time for another edition of Turn the Page. This is what's happening in your music. First of all, we're going to start with some news updates before we go into some tour updates. I want to invite every single one of you on December 8th to the Trash Bar in Brooklyn for the Dimebag Darrell Holiday Benefit Show. We're also going to be collecting all sorts of stuff for the victims of Hurricane Sandy. Joining us is going to be Mark Rizzo from Soulful and Caliber Conspiracy. We're going to have Dimebag NYC and Alekins Gun, who lost a lot of stuff, including their gear during the hurricane. So please come support. We're going to have Ikilia, Thin in the Hurt, and Driven Mad. Be there. Mr. Jimi Hendrix, who is basically the guitar idol of all time, in my opinion. He's the man that basically revolutionized the sound of the electric guitar by inventing things like feedback, distortion, flanger, as far as like effects come, and a lot of studio techniques. Would have turned 70 years old this week, so I want to send him a big shout out up in the sky. We know he's jamming right now with Dimebag, with John Bonham, with all those crazy dudes who are up there. The Acacia Strain were forced to drop off from the current tour with the Vil Amaya guys and the Upon the Burden Buddy guys and some other bands. And the good news is that they're okay. The van is completely destroyed, so they had to really say, hey, we gotta go home. They're not cool or happy about it, but at least they are, up and running as far as themselves. But the van is completely destroyed again. Please go support them right now. They have a couple t-shirts, benefit t-shirts, for them to be able to get back on the road. So if you really support the Acacia Strain, go and help them out. Right now, we're going to turn the page. This week was huge for our music when it comes to our music being represented on national media. I'm talking about television. Aerosmith was on Letterman. They did a performance. And Joe Perry and Steven Tyler did a great interview with Letterman, so make sure you check it out. Soundgarden performed on the Jimmy Kimmel Live Show. And Alice Cooper performed on the Conan O'Brien Show. Remember, every time our music is represented on any medium, we must watch. Do you want a Tony Iommi guitar or an Eddie Van Halen guitar? Of course you do. And even better, if you contribute, if you win the bid for those guitars, because they're not going to give them for free, come on. They're signed by both of those guys, and they're going to the Ronnie James Dio Stand Up and Shout Cancer Foundation. It's a perfect cause. You got to bid right now. Don't delay. I'm going to put the screen right now, the link. The link is right there. Go bid right now. Right now, we're going to turn the page. As previously reported, Haber have a new album entitled The Divinity of Purpose coming in January of 2013. The track listing is out already. New video for Put It to the Torch is out already, and they have announced a massive tour with Shadows Fall, Dying Fetus, and The Contortionist. And we're going to tell you on the tour updates when that's going to start, so don't go anywhere. Right now, we're going to turn the page. Maynard James Keenan, of course, the frontman from Tool, has announced that he has a batch of new songs coming next year from his band Puscifer. It is going to include a couple covers from Queen and Accept. Winter Sun, who's currently on tour with Switzerland's Eluvitai. By the way, that tour is selling out quickly, so make sure you pick up your tickets like right now as soon as you see this. They have a brand new lyric video for the song called Time. Make sure you check it out. Vision of Disorder have a brand new video for the song called Hard Times, which is part of their brand new album entitled The Cursed Remain Cursed. Nile have a brand new music video for the song called Enduring the Eternal Molestation of Flame. Germany's Destruction have a brand new album entitled Spiritual Genocide, available right now. A couple of weeks ago, we told you that Sweden's Maestro, the electric guitar Igmar Malmsteen, has a brand new album entitled Hellbound, which is going to be out on December 5th via Rising Force Records. Right now, you can stream the album all over the web, including, of course, hornsopprocks.com. Glenn Drover has announced that he's not going to be part of Jeff Tate's version of Queensryche. As we reported a couple of weeks ago, Jeff Tate is not longer in Queensryche. Queensryche is already working with another vocalist, recording new music. Scotland and Cerebral Bore were hit with the hard news that their vocalist, Sam, decided to quit the day that they were supposed to go on tour. The guy said, hey, we either do the tour or we go home, but when you go on tour with Dying Fetus, you don't really pass on a tour like that. And by the way, Mr. Andrew W.K., the king of party, has been named a cultural ambassador to the United States in the Middle East, according to the United States Department of State. So that's pretty badass, man. With our people do something different, something cool, and the government recognizes that, that's pretty badass. So he's going to be in the Middle East sometime next year, so make sure if you're in the Middle East, go party with him. Right now, we're going to turn the page. Former Guns N' Roses drummer Steven Adler has a brand new album entitled Back from the Dead. Rage Against the Machine released their self-titled album 20 years ago. It makes me feel old. I don't know you guys how old you are, but damn, 20 years already of that groundbreaking album. They have re-released the album. It is entitled Double X for the 20th anniversary. So check it out right now. And hey, by the way, the masters, because they grabbed those tapes and redid a lot of the songs as far as like the production comes, like mixed mastering, all that good stuff, and they sound phenomenal. Make sure you check it out, pick it up, and the boys from Rage might be back next year with maybe new music, maybe some touring. You gotta stay tuned to find out. Let's turn the page. Heavy metal icons Metallica have a brand new DVD/Blu-ray entitled Quebec Magnetic. It's coming out December 7th in Germany, December 10th all over the world except for North America. We're gonna have the release the next day on December 11th. But anyway, they released a new trailer for that. Again, December 7th Germany, December 10th rest of the world, December 11th in North America. Doesn't make any sense, but no sense makes sense. Gypsy Hawk have premiered a brand new music video for the song called State Lines. It's all over the internet. Make sure you check it out. Seven Dust have a brand new album entitled Blackout the Sun. It's going to come out on March 26th all over the world. It's going to be a great day. Again, March 26th. And they've also announced that they're going to be touring with Lacuna Coil. And we're going to tell you all about that on the tour updates here on Turn the Page. Creator have unleashed their new music video for Civilization Collapse out of their brand new album, which is out right now. Rock and roll legends Motorhead have a brand new box set entitled The Complete Early Years Box Set, which is awesome, right? But guess what? The price is $600. And while the box set contains a bunch of cool stuff, the price is ridiculous. Even Lemmy said, guys, don't pick that up. I don't want to rip you guys off. Because, you know, Lemmy, it's always been about, like, being on the road, working hard, recording hard, but never ripping his fans off. So, hey, but again, if you have somebody in your family who loves Motorhead, it is coming out this December just for the holidays. A Pale Horns Named Death have announced that their sophomore album is going to be coming out in spring of 2013. And right now, don't move because we're going to bring you some tour updates here on Turn the Page. It's time for some tour updates here on Turn the Page. Suicide Silence have announced they're going to be performing a very special tribute show to Mitch Lucker. Again, rest in peace to our brother Mitch. On December 21st at the Fox Theater in Pomona, California. Of course, the band is going to have a bunch of guest vocalists because Mitch is no longer with us. But it's going to be pretty cool. And we all got to be there because all the funds are going to go to his daughter Kennedy for her educational fund. Again, all the best to the Suicide guys, man. I know this is a very hard time for you guys. And we're all collectively thinking of you all. And keep uplifting with your music. Hopefully you guys find something else to do for 2013. But we're glad that you're going to do at least one last show in the memory of Mitch. Thrash metal legends Testament have announced the Dark Roots of Thrash tour. It's going to happen in 2013. It's going to feature Overkill and Flotsam and Jetsam. An amazing bill. It's going to kick off on January 30th at the Fillmore in San Francisco, California. By the way, a couple weeks ago we told you that Ozfest is coming to Japan with Black Sabbath and Slipknot. And guess this. Also on that bill is going to be Tool, the Deftones, Slash, and Stone Sour. Sweden's Machines of Metal, Meshuggah, have announced a 2013 US tour with Animals as leaders. It's going to kick off on February 11th in Orlando, Florida. Again, Meshuggah and Animals as leaders. You can't go wrong. More tour updates here on Turn the Page. Italy's Lacuna Coil have announced they're going to be touring the United States with Seven Dust. The tour is going to kick off on February 2nd in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And that is not to be missed. Again, Lacuna Coil and Seven Dust. Don't miss it. More badass tour announcements here on Turn the Page. Hatebreed have announced the Divinity of Purpose tour. It's going to feature Shadows Fall, Dying Fetus, and The Contortionist. It's going to kick off on January 26th in Flint, Michigan. A Life Once Lost have announced they're going to be doing a tour at the end of the year, coming up very soon. That tour begins on, I'm going to cheat a little bit over here. Oh, but I can't see anything because the little hands don't let me see. I didn't write the date. Oh my God, I'm going to have to throw it on the screen, guys. I'm sorry. Here it goes. Right now we're going to turn the page. Don't go anywhere yet. We have one more tour update here on Turn the Page. The Brothers of Brutality tour is going to kick off on January 8th in Knoxville, Tennessee. And it's going to feature Whitechapel and Muir on Earth, Only the Brave, and The Plot in You. We all got to come represent and go nuts, especially when you have Whitechapel and Muir on Earth. God damn it. But right now, we're going to get out of here. Again, happy holidays to every single one of you, whatever you celebrate. Just remember, the most important thing is to be safe, whatever you do. If you go out, you know, maybe you're just celebrating your life. But again, I want to invite you on December 8th to come celebrate with us the legacy of Dimebag Darrell. And, of course, to help all our brothers from the tri-state area that suffered the consequences from Hurricane Sandy. Again, we're going to have Mark Wisdom from Cavalier Conspiracy and Soulfly, Alec is Gone, Dimebag NYC, Thin in the Herd, and I Kill Ya. Be there. Let's party. Have a good time. We're going to sign off. Peace.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I want to wish everybody the hell. One more time. Okay, you're still rolling, right? There we go. It is time for another edition of Turn the Page. This is what's happening in your music. On Saturday, December 8th, Mr. Mark Wisdom from Cavalier Conspiracy and Soulfly is going to be performing at the Trash Bar in Brooklyn.